It's a short kick taken out beyond the 20.
And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it out past the 30. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Right to the air is Carr.
Completing it to the right side, Johnson. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. They fake the handoff. Now Carr. Looking deep for Adams.
And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas.
Davante Adams. Touchdown number 15 on the year.
And the Raiders need just 2 plays on their opening drive to take the early lead.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. On is the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25.
Jones and the Pats now with a 1st and 10.
At their own 25-yard line. Now Jones.
Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make 2nd down, 2nd and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
And his throw is incomplete.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
Now a man who played at Centennial High here in Las Vegas, Ramondre Stevenson.
And he'll be well short of a 1st down as he stopped again right at the line of scrimmage.
Jake Bailey on now to punt here on 4th down.
He punted 5 times in the win last week as this one's away. It'll be just an 18-yard punt. And the Raiders will have a short field to work with as they take over. Carr now on 1st down.
And this is taken in by Darnell Mooney.
He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. Good work after the catch, going to net him 23 and a 1st. And he's top 5 in the league in terms of receiving yardage because of plays like that. What have you seen from him on film that you like so much?
Well, I'll strip away everything else and get to what we call the moment of truth. When the ball's arriving and there's a defender there, he just comes down with the ball. He competes and takes it away. Great hands, great ability to finish the catch.
That's back-to-back plays of over 20 yards. Had the offense humming on the 1st drive. Not much has changed here on drive number 2.
No, and I think a lot of times confidence just really kicks in for a team. They may have been confident going into the game, but once you prove it on a drive, it's hard to get out of that mindset.
And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Derek Carr punching it in from a yard away.
And the Raiders have taken a 13-0 1st quarter lead.
Carlson on for the PAT. And it's good, and they have jumped out here to a quick.
On the return, Marcus Jones from the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Pats at the line, ready to go. They've been outplayed early, no question. Down 14-0 already as they come up 1st and 10. They'll run with Stevenson to begin the drive.
Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21.
Well, this defense for the Raiders, they were terrific last week in the win over the Rams.
And as in any game, takeaways are always a big key. They're always discussed on defense. There's an emphasis there, and they came away with 3 interceptions in that game.
And the Raiders call on a nickel set for 3rd down.
They'll try and run for the first with Stevenson.
And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. He only got a yard, but that was enough to do the job. Throwing, Jones. They'll get this to his tight end. It's Jonnu Smith. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 48-yard line.
Straight ahead, it's Stevenson.
And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on. Looking to throw. Jones. This one complete to his fullback out of the backfield. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 35. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll run with a former member of the Crimson Tide, Damian Harris. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. Back to throw. Jones. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Brandon, watching their tape from last week, I saw plenty of plays like we just saw there, forcing incompletions. It was key in their win last week. They're hoping the same thing happens this time out, too.
Now Jones on 3rd down. That's going to be caught. It's Jacoby Myers. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 25-yard line. Give them 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward.
Stevenson now on 1st and 10.
And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. $14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. On 2nd and 11 now. Jones. He completes it to Henry. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3. In search of 8 yards on 3rd down. They've already converted 2 of these on this drive, 2 for 2. Looking to throw. Jones.
Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted.
And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Raider defense delivers a score. Carlson now to add the extra point. And it is now 21-0. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
Here's Jones to bring it out of the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. The Pats at the line, ready to go. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession, but I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit, and if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
Up the middle, here's Stevenson. And space tough to come by there as he'll get maybe a yard to the 37.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Back to throw. Jones. Open man, the tight end Henry.
And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. Jones on 1st down. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete.
Well, he's smart enough to avoid the taunting rule, but I'll guarantee he quietly has told them, you might want to stop coming after me downfield because I just broke up another pass and took away a big shot that you were trying to succeed with.
On 2nd down, it's Stevenson. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the 1st down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
Here's Jones to throw on 3rd down. He'll go underneath here to Stevenson. And this won't do it. He needed 6. He only got halfway there.
How about that strategy there, Brandon? 3rd down. They just said, we've got faith in our tacklers. We'll give you the short stuff, and just decided to protect the sticks. So every time I hear fans telling me tackling's not a part of the game anymore, plays like that, I can clip and sit.
And the pass to Henry is intercepted. And the Raiders are going to take over at their own 41. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
In need of only about the length of the football here on 2nd down. Now a play fake. Carr. He gets this one to Johnson. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line.
2nd and short, that's a rundown, so it's definitely a good time to go play action if you're feeling it. And they do so and pick up a 1st down.
Carr now on 1st down. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And this is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. Darnell Mooney, 40 yards. And the Raiders are able to widen their lead here in this first half. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that makes the score 28-0. On as the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. On the return, and no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. The Pats at the line, ready to go. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yeah, because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover that plagued it on the last one.
Throwing on 2nd down. Jones, complete. Hunter Henry with a grab. The Raiders call on a nickel set here for 3rd down. Looking to throw. Jones. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. So roughing the passer here, even though said passer wasn't a quarterback.
And this is a call, partner, I think you might see once a decade or so. But the officials know the rules better than anyone, and you have to know them when you're on the field. Anyone throwing the ball gets the same protection as a quarterback. So if he gets hit late, that's definitely going to draw a flag.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Back to throw. Jones.
A quick throw there, going to be batted away and incomplete.
That's a nice job there because you've got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties, and he's able to knock that one away.
Back to throw again.
Oh, and Jones has just thrown his 3rd interception. Picked up by Rocky Sin. And the Raiders are going to take possession as they've got it at the 42-yard line. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. They'll start in excellent field position following the INT.
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And that'll make it 2nd down.
I know it was a gain, but you have to sense probably a little bit of disappointment there because when it's out there in open space, I think they expect to get more out of a play, don't you?
Especially when you're getting it to your guy out of the backfield. You're expecting him to be able to create something, be a little more shifty.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Good open field tackling held it to an okay gain.
And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away, and now it's 3rd. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Here's Carr.
That's complete to Mooney.
And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Give him 19 there as the drive marches forward.
Let's just call it what it is. This has been a flat-out struggle for this defense all game long. They've really had a hard time slowing them down. And while I'm not big on speeches and guys jumping up and down, they might need their team leader on defense to get in their face right now and light a fire under these guys. They've got to start playing better assignment football and start getting guys on the ground.
And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a 1st down.
I am willing to bet that he got a monster grin on his face when he saw what was happening. Man coverage was so committed to denying a big throw that it pulled attention away from him, and he had an
And that's going to be caught for a Raider touchdown. 3rd touchdown pass now for Derek Carr.
And the Raiders will extend their lead in the final minute of the half.
That score that they just gave up there, that's a tough one for their defense to swallow because they've had a tough time through the first 2 quarters. They really were determined to get a stop there, unable to do so. That makes their comeback hopes that much more difficult.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the route is on here this first half. On is the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away.
Here's Jones to bring it out of the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21.
The Pats at the line, ready to go.
Well, things for them, just to put it bluntly, man, it has been tough sledding here in the first half, facing that big deficit, the clock.
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception.
Picked off by Trayvon Merrick. And the Raiders are going to take possession of the football.
Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
Play action. Now it's Carr. He's going to fire one deep over the middle.
Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted.
Devin McCourty picks it off.
So really the first speed bump that this offense has encountered, they'd had the rule of the roost here in this first half, but now slowed up just a bit by the interception.
And there's a chance that that's a wake-up call for them because you don't want to go on autopilot too early. That team on defense is capable of making some plays similar to the one they made right there.
And he will have a first down here as they get into field goal range, down just shy of the 20.
So we've reached halftime here in what is quickly turning into quite a rout. As we send you to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, the Patriots trailing here, but they will have the football first as the third quarter is underway.
The return is Jones from the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
The Pats at the line, ready to go.
We'll see, Charles, if they had a chance to hit the reset button at halftime. They have not scored. They're facing this big deficit. And if they're going to come back, it's going to have to start right now.
Yeah, and for them, it's not dwelling in the negative because, yes, they were totally ineffective in the first half. But we've seen many games that have flipped around in the second half. It all starts with this drive right here. They get something good going, put some points on the board, they begin to have hope.
Just his second catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Jones throw pulled in by Aguilar. Here's 2nd and 9.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And this complete to Henry over the middle. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 45-yard line.
And they'll run the toss here with Stevenson.
And they're able to swarm him behind the line, and his rough night continues. So a step in the wrong direction. Now they'll look to make amends on 2nd and 14. Looking to throw. Jones. Blitz coming, and down he goes.
Andrew Wingard
just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And my goodness, another interception.
Picked off by Trayvon Merrick.
Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Raider defense delivers a score. Carlson on for the PAT. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away.
Here's Jones to bring it out of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
The Pats at the line, ready to go.
Well, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable. Now, a win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles. But I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
Jones now. Off play action. And now here is another interception. Anthony Averett picks it.
And the Raiders are going to take possession of the football.
Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's 1st and goal from just inside the 10. Here's Carr to throw.
And he finds Waller in the end zone for a Raider touchdown.
Making 4 touchdown passes now for Derek Carr.
And the Raiders are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. On is the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away.
The return is Jones from the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards.
The Pats at the line, ready to go.
Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
And every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball, and it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Calling a loss of 5, a big sack to bring up 3rd down. Back to throw. Jones. And my goodness, another interception.
Picked up by Divine Diablo.
And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Raider defense delivers a score. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
Here's Jones to bring it out of the end zone. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21.
The Pats at the line, ready to go.
Well, the disparity in this game, it just seems to grow with each possession here, Charles. They are really struggling. They have not put up.
And now here's another interception.
And the Raiders are going to take possession of the football.
With that interception, he just set a record that nobody ever wants to set, and that's the most picks ever in an NFL game. 8.
The last time we saw 7, 2001, right?
Yeah.
He's tied in. He's with the Lions at that time. To get to 8, are we sure he knows what color jerseys his team's wearing in this one?
I don't know. It has not been good. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. One quarter remains here on a Sunday night. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. From the gun, it's Carr. Able to find Walter. That's complete. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line.
So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10.
Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4. Now a first carry for their fullback. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. It'll be a pickup of only a yard, and it'll be 3rd down.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the 1st down.
On 3rd down, here comes Jacobs. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders.
Josh Jacobs, his 7th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Raiders are closing in on a 3rd straight win as they widen the gap further here in the 4th quarter.
Carlson now to add the extra point. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. On as the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away.
The return is Jones from the end zone.
And deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football. So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy. because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey, ball's on the ground. We've got to get it back.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Trayvon Merrick.
Yet another mistake after the interception there. And, gosh, you look up at the scoreboard. They just got to be thinking this one cannot get over fast enough.
It certainly can't. And also what happens when you get this big of a deficit, you're supposed to make all the right throws, right? You're supposed to try and obviously get the ball to your own guys. But being down this big, you also take even more chances. And in this situation, that hasn't paid off for them at all.
On the other sideline, jubilation and laughter. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. 7 yards there and a first down.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
A run on first down with Jacobs as he'll get this forward for about 4. 2nd and 6 coming up.
From the 35 on 2nd down. Carr, he finds his man, complete. That's Jacobs.
And he's going to be taken down at about the 33.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, a perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This is 3rd and 4. Now the Georgia Southern man. This is Jerick McKinnon. And he won't get close. Only a yard. 4th and 3.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
So Carr exits on 4th down, and on comes Daniel Carlson for the field goal try. It'll be a 49-yard attempt from the left hash. The kick by Carlson is good.
So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
Here's Jones to bring it out of the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked out officially at the 21.
The Pats at the line, ready to go.
We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this 4th quarter.
And now here's another interception.
And the Raiders are going to take possession.
Well, partner, I got to tell you, I'm trying to think of something positive to say for this offense, but I'd have to be a spin doctor for that one. This has been a tough performance to watch.
And I think it's hard at this point to actually identify what's really gone wrong. I guess the catch-all is everything. Doesn't sound like real sharp analysis, but I don't have much else for you.
And the scoreboard just lopsided, and it's been ugly from the get-go. This will be a 5-yard pickup as they move it from the 20 to the 15. It'll be a pickup of 5 on the keeper. It's 2nd down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. Carr going to give it to Jacobs. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. After a gain of 5, they'll wind up being about a length of the football short here on third down.
Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
Oh, it's a nickel set here defensively on 3rd and inches.
Still want to be prepared for a pass.
Trying to run for it with Jacobs. And he picks up the first as he's able to take it down to the 7-yard line. A third down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough.
Well, they gave themselves options there on the third down play, and were able to convert on that RPO.
Shows a lot of trust with the guy taking the snap, doesn't it? Because you're counting on him to make the right reads and give the ball where it's supposed to go. And he did on that play.
Carr going to throw here.
And this will be caught by Mooney.
Only a yard on the completion. It's 2nd and goal.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
On 2nd down, Jacobs. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. They get 3 yards closer, but still work to do. It's 3rd and goal.
But a spotlight hit him once already tonight as he got into the end zone. He was trying to make it a double spotlight, wasn't he?
But credit the defense, bottling him up, not letting him get in for the second score there.
Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal.
And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
Well, when they said before the game that they were going to try and execute every second of this contest, I guess that was taken literally, because here they are in the final moments of the fourth, putting another touchdown on the board, Charles, to add to this big lead.
I'm not a big believer in 110%. But it certainly applies here, doesn't it? Because some guys just can't go with less. As long as there's time left on the clock, they're pushing to get to the end zone one more time. They don't really care about what the optics show. They just want to finish the game off the way that they like to play it. Full speed, all out.
Is the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away.
And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback.
One final shot. They'll look to throw.
And boy, another ill-advised throw there, as that will wind up incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Boy, and now they can't even get a play off.
Well, everybody was up there ready at the line of scrimmage, CD, but no snap, and the delay of game ensued.
Yeah, and I'm sure their head coach is asking the exact same thing. What's going on out there? Almost like they thought they had more time than actually was on the clock.
And now after the delay of game, they're operating behind the sticks, 2nd and 15. And now again, the play clock's going to run out on them. Now Jones to throw on 2nd down. And that will be incomplete as time has run out on this football game. So this one a victory for the Las Vegas Raiders. And I tell you what, Charles, this might be about as good as it gets. They were incredible.
Yeah, offense was in fine form. The defense threw the shutout at them. I think they worked in concert together. What I like about the offense was they held the ball pretty well. You know, time of possession, exactly what they were looking for in this one, and that helped out their defense. Didn't have to be out there the entire time. So when you do that and you're out there fresh playing, off a little extra spring in your step, and it showed up in this one.
They had a ton of spring in their step. Impressive victory. So for Las Vegas, they continue to roll as the win gets them to 12-2 on the year. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Pittsburgh Steelers. Meanwhile, for New England, they drop their 10th game now to fall to 4-10. And they'll be back home next week as they're set to take on the Cincinnati Bengals. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.